opportunities, and we've seen them hurt themselves. A big turnover there for Forest View.
If you're Forest View, you're not dead yet, though. Burns has done nothing.
That's it.
On offense.
Now, if you're Coach Miller, look at that defense. Say, do what we've been doing. Get me the football back.
So a huge play there. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. Now, another factor, Forest View down to one timeout.
That's exactly right. We talked about those timeouts being used on the 2-point conversions.
So Burns needs a couple of first downs if they can get it. Norris tries the right side. There he goes. Got a crease. He's to the 30. He's to the 40. He's to the 30, 50, and falls down. Holds on to the football. CSI Mechanical, first down. Big play there for Burns.
I told you, Tom, that we had to see Norris in this second half for the Bulldogs for them to get a chance to win this football game, his biggest run of the night.
So all the way, what'd you give him on that, Rob?
What was it, 38?
38-yard run. So from the 12 to midfield. What a huge run. What a time for a huge run. We haven't seen that all night, Rob.
Yeah, we've not. First time he's really been able to break loose.
So Norris moves it out to 50, and I want to appreciate my brother Danny listening in. I think Danny gets a kick out of my screaming and yelling. And again, it's Norris, tries the left side, got a little crease, dives forward, got about 6. And this is what you want if you Burns, the running game to get going, and what a time for it, Robbie.
And one thing that we've noticed, Tom, and we've seen here in the second half, we've started seeing some of those Forest View players coming off, dealing with cramps. So, they're starting to get a little winded. You're seeing hands on the hips. So they've got to dig deep here and try to come up with a stop. And now you've got Norris out there really running fresh. He's not been used a whole lot in this game, so see if you can steal it away.
I'll tell you what a time for him to break one. I mean, hadn't broken one the whole game. But that sudden change, Robbie, the coaches talk about it, sudden change. You got to be ready mentally and physically. And swing pass, caught. Thompson runs forward and don't go out of bounds. Did he stay in bounds? Let's see. Where are they going to mark this, Robbie? It's all the way on the other side. Did he stay in bounds and get a CSI Mechanical first down? Where are they marking this? They're going to mark him out at the 40? If it is, it's a first down, but he's out of bounds. Clock stopped with 2:12 left to go.
Yes.
Couldn't tell what happened. It's all the way on the other side of the field, but it's a CSI Mechanical first down, the second for Burns on this drive.
We talked about how important it was here in this fourth quarter. First downs for the Bulldogs, another one on this drive.
Good news, first down. Bad news, clock stopped because Thompson went out of bounds. And that's a pre-snap penalty for Burns. So here we go again. As soon as you get some momentum, then you got these little pre-snap penalties that are killing you.
And it seems to happen about that same spot in the field.
So, back them up 5. So that's the first penalty against Burns in a while. So, but you don't want to do that. I mean, everything you do now gives Forest View a little bit of life. And I'll tell you what, your heart's got to go out to these Forest View kids. They have played their heart out tonight.
It's been a battle on the field tonight.
They have really, absolutely battled them the whole way.
Yeah, the clock is definitely not the friend of the Jaguars
what do we got
right now.
What do we got now? Now we have, I have no idea. The official stopped the clock, did not throw a flag. Nobody called a timeout. So I'm a little bewildered, Robbie. All right. I guess that was a commercial break. Now we're back. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left to go. First down and 15. And that's going to be a pre-snap penalty against Thompson over the other side. It's just like every time each team gets some momentum, they do this to themselves. Oh, they called it against Forest View.
Yeah, got Forest View on that.
Holy cow. I saw Thompson move on the other side. Did you not, Robbie?
I did too.
I could have swore that was against Thompson for a legal procedure. I'm sure the Forest View coaches are saying that. But we've been stuck at 2 minutes and 11 seconds for about an hour. Mooney's in the shotgun again, and Norris will get it again. Looking for a crease. He's got a little one and positive yardage, 5-6 yards. And that's what you want. Let's see if Forest View uses its last time out here, Robbie. They do not. So that's another about 6-yard run. And I'll tell you what, one more CSI Mechanical first down, and that may do it, Robbie.
Yeah, I think that could seal it away.
Want to remind our listeners we have a post-game show coming up. Robbie, I got a bunch of scores for you here in a minute. Let's see what's going on here as the clock continues to run. 1:36:35, 13 on the play clock. 1:30. Now they've got about 8 more seconds. I think Burns may bleed this all the way down and call a timeout. No, they're going to try to run a play. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. They barely get it off. Great job. Norris has got it through a crease. First down, and that'll probably do it, Robbie Roop.
Yeah, good play call, and again, trying to tell, was that Norris or was that Jeter on the carry that time?
Not sure. Both of them are similar in stature.
I think it may have been Jeter.
Yeah,
Jeter's in the
carry.
backfield right now.
So that's going to take it down to 1 minute left to go. Forest View not taking that last time out just yet. 56 seconds left to go. As 4 seconds on the clock, 3 seconds on the clock, and Mooney just takes a knee. And I don't know if Forest View is going to use that last time out, Robbie. I'd make him snap the ball anyway. I'd make him snap it, but let's see what they do.
I think that's going to do it.
I think Forest View is conceding, as Burns does not have to run another play, Robbie. The play clock is 1 second behind the game clock. So unless Forest View chooses to use the last timeout, that will effectively end the ball game. And Burns is walking off the field. And Forest View elects not to use their last timeout, so that'll do it. 8-6 on your Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Burns going to get a victory over Forest View, but I'm going to tell you what, this Forest View Jaguar team played their hearts out tonight. Just had that key fumble down there that, you know, just took away their chance to go ahead. But I'm going to tell you,
reliable processes discern.
Last play.
Yep. Now or never. Kovalchuk looking, trying to find a man. Oh, they're going to call pass interference. The West Lincoln defender, tackled. I'm trying to figure out the number. That's number 18, Timmy Schaefer. He tackled him in the end zone. I was thinking there was going to be a flag. There was one thrown. So now that's going to put, you'd think, is that going to put them on the 1 yard line?
Well, it should be half.
Half the distance, yeah.
Well, the problem was it was well overthrown. I mean, the best chance was an interception from West Lincoln.
Yeah.
But
he was, I think Kovalchuk saw he may have him beat, and then he was tackled and really had no shot. So get another play here. North Lincoln going to have one more shot.
So my guess is this is an 8-yard penalty.
Yeah, if they're going to do half the distance, it'll go from the 16 to the 8 here.
Wow. And here we go again.
Yep, so.
Never thought this about a minute ago, about 40 seconds ago.
Yeah, about 40 seconds to go on the game clock.
When it's
North was faith in the 4th and 17.
Way back in their own territory, and then throw a 38-yard.
Yeah, so they are going to snap it at their 8, at the West Lincoln 8. So Kovalchuk takes the snap. He's going to look. He's got Reed King. Oh, he's down. So that'll do it.
He caught it, but he's tackled short.
Yep, gets tackled down about the 3 yard line. So North Lincoln, they made it interesting, like you said. I mean, about 40 seconds on the game clock ago, looked like they were down and out and kept fighting and nearly get it in there, just 3 yards short of getting it into the end zone. So West Lincoln, basically a reversal of last year. I mean, a little bit more scoring, but again, another defensive game to start the season for both of these teams, just like last season. This time West Lincoln comes out on top, 14-7. And we're going to step aside, come back. We'll do our United Bank Stadium post-game show right after this. Stay tuned, everybody.
And wow, what a ball game. We got something to talk about here, partner.
Absolutely. Love having football back in the fall here in North Carolina. We're going to step aside for a couple minutes, and then we will be right back with the Dennis Willis Septic Service of Cherryville Stadium postgame show. The Ironmen beat the Avery County Vikings 34-22. Stay tuned for the post-game show, everybody. We'll be right back.
Ever at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. It's a truckload blemish mattress sale. You'll find savings like never before. All are factory sealed. Twin size mattresses start at $119. Full and queen size start at $199. Over 150 in stock, ready to go. From a big tractor trailer full, floor to ceiling, nose to tail, full of these mattresses at Hendrick Appliance. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and online at hendrickappliance.com. Located at 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming back. For your party, family gathered, or just a get-together of friends, get it catered by Hillbillies Barbecue and Steaks in Gastonia. Check out their...
If you're ready to make the great escape, do it with the number.
Behind the wheel training you need. That's Safe Lane Driving School. 1230-8 East Dixon Boulevard, Highway 74 East in Shelby. Online at safelanedrivingschool.com and on Facebook too. Start driving today. Sism & Son Paint and Body Shop, a local family-owned business for over 21 years, wishes Cleveland County high school teams the best of luck this season. Located at 2027 Shelby Road in Kings Mountain, they offer auto and truck body repair and painting, motorcycle refinishing, and dent removal. They're known for the quality of their work and their dedication to their customers. In their own words, we work for our customers, not for the insurance companies. We have your best interest in mind. Call 704-730-0050. Sism & Son Paint and Body Shop. They're there when you need them. And the wheels go round and round on the new wind spinners at Shelby Hardware in Shelby. Come get yours today. Plus, they carry the wind spinner stands, too. And now in stock, Echo and Troy-built tillers. Make gardening easier with a new tiller from Shelby Hardware. And get your bug zappers, coolers, ice cream freezers, sunglasses, and the new Low Country Comfort Company hats for only $20. Shelby Hardware, 506 South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Online at ShelbyHardwareandSupply.com and see their page at WhatsUpShopper.com. Shope Shoes in Shelby has all the top men's and women's safety footwear brands. Red Wing, Wolverine, Timberland, Ariat, and more. Come in for a free foot scan. Then let them direct you toward one of 4 Atrax orthotic inserts, customized to your foot comfort and needs. To help you get up and go, check out their great athletic brands, Gravity Defier, Brooks, and New Balance, plus popular hiker brands like Marilyn King. And check out their new women's summer sandals. Shope Shoes, 1843 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 7, Sunday 1 to 5. Call 704-482-8653. Celebrating lives and healing grieving hearts. That's the theme of the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Falston and the Stamey Cherryville Funeral Home on Dixie Street in Cherryville. Their staff is committed to providing your family with the highest quality care and service in your time of need. For more information, visit the websites at StameyTysingerFuneralHome.com and StameyCherryvilleFuneralHome.com, both giving you the gift of comfort for you and your family.
The Transportation Administration of Cleveland County continues to operate TAC, Cleveland County Transit and Reach. The Cleveland County Transit route will continue to be free to ride until further notice. The office is closed to visitors. For more information, call 704-482-6705. Again, 704-482-6705. For schedules and times, visit taxshelbync.com. That's taxshelbync.com. Drivers clean and sanitize their vehicles every route.
For all your janitorial and cleaning supplies and disposable paper products, see Webb Chemical and Paper Company in Shelby. You'll find great prices and great service, and you can purchase products in bulk. Family owned and operated for over 40 years. Their friendly, helpful staff will assist you with all your janitorial and paper product needs. Webb Chemical and Paper Company is conveniently located at 2500 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, Highway 74 West. Stop by and see them today or call 704-482-4331. Webb Chemical and Paper Company, 2500 West Dixon Boulevard. Check them out at the website at webchemicalandpaper.com.
Okay, we're back with the Stadium Post-Game Show brought to you by the Stamey Funeral Home in Falston. And Robbie's been working super hard here on scores. He's been working on the recap of the game. What do you want to do first, Rob? You want to do scores around the area or recap of the game? What do you want to do first?
It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, Tom.
Okay, let's go ahead and do the scores in case some of our listeners want a few of those. You can also catch those on the postgame show coming right after. But if you want to machine gun those scores real quick so our listeners know.
You got my list on the phone there we have?
Okay, yeah, I do. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had those written down.
No,
I'm sorry, Robbie.
Well,
let's go into the recap of the game.
Yeah,
let's do the recap of the
game.
Yeah.
Let's start with Forest View. And, Tom, these are some pretty wild numbers, and it's going to kind of speak to what we talked about, teams hurting themselves. Let's start with Forest View. Losers tonight on the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard 8-6. Good job with Kamari Reed in the running game. Only rushed for 41 yards. Parker had -14. Holland was 6. 33 total yards rushing for Forest View. But how about Austin Parker in the passing department? Passed for 315 yards. His two favorite targets were, of course, Aguilar with 100 yards receiving and Kamari Reed with 104. So, again, we talk about this Forest View team. Opportunities, they just ended up hurting themselves when they started to get down inside the red zone.
Yeah, they were a little one-dimensional, but it was working for them. And, that fumble inside the red zone, recovered by Nick Vincent down there. I mean, that was just a huge, huge momentum. And you could tell it just took the wind out of their sails. They had a lot of momentum at that time, but then, Norris had not really done a whole lot to that point. And then he had the big 38-yard run and a couple more to seal the deal. So, on the offensive side of the ball, I was impressed. Parker, Reed, Aguilar, they've got some weapons on that side of the ball.
And much improved defensively from what we saw last year out of Forest View. Yeah. For the victorious Bulldogs, getting off to a 1-0 start on the year in the rushing department. And we talked about not seeing him much in the first half. Jeremiah Norris just had 3 yards in the first half. Ended the game with 61 yards rushing, and Tom, really, that last drive sealed this game for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he had more than half of them on that one run.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and that's what we've seen with Jeremiah Norris, him getting behind the defense. But give credit to Forest View for coming in with a solid game plan and a good defensive strategy to slow down that running game. And I really think it was fatigue and it was just mental with Forest View on that last drive because they had played so well. And just that fumble, really that sudden change, they just couldn't recover for it, and Burns able to win the football game.
Yeah. Jeter with 29 yards rushing. Bridges had 4 yards rushing. Mooney with -11, giving the Bulldogs a total of 83 yards in the rushing department. Mooney in the passing department had 163 yards, his favorite target being Thompson, who had 82 yards. Young with 5 yards receiving. Bridges with 46. Johnson with 10. Brown with 18. Jeter with 2. So total yards for the Burns Bulldogs tonight, 246 yards. And again, it speaks to what both these defenses did tonight. And again, though, Tom, when we look at those penalties, I didn't add them up, but take a look here. A prime example for Burns. Taking a look, 8 penalties for them in this game. Taking a look at Forest View, 7 penalties for them as well. So those kind of things for both these teams have to be cleaned up.
If I remember, there was 4 major penalties
there were.
for Forest View.
Absolutely.
Including that chop block, some unsportsmanlike conduct. So, and the 2 fumbles. So if you're in the Forest View film room, that's what you're going to be talking about. You're going to be talking about the fumbles, and you're going to be talking about the major penalties.
Absolutely.
Which they're going to have to get cleaned up. But this is what those non-league games are for. They kind of expose what you need to work on. And I think Burns on the offensive line, I think they've got to do a little working on their blocking schemes and executing some work on the offensive line. Weren't really getting a good push and opening up a lot of holes. So both teams have things to be proud of, and both teams have things, of course, they're going to work on. But now, time to hand out some hardware, Robbie. And once again, Robbie just gave you the recap of the game, brought to you by Okies Tire and recapping of Shelby, North Carolina. The offensive player of the game, brought to you by Hojo Powersports of Shelby. And I have to give that to Ryan Thompson, Robbie.
Yeah, Ryan Thompson, a great job. Had the touchdown reception, 82 yards receiving on the night. He's going to be a young man that's going to be a difference maker in the passing game for this Burns season as the year progresses.
And don't forget, he had the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
That's right,
and
the two-point
conversion ended up being the difference in the game. So Ryan Thompson, our offensive player of the game, once again brought to you by Hojo Powersports of Shelby. And now time for our defensive player of the game, brought to you by the Falston Pharmacy in Falston, North Carolina. We're going to have to give that to Nick Vincent.
Yeah, had the big fumble recovery that really turned the tide in this game.
And I know he had at least 3 tackles for loss in this game as well. So, I mean, he was getting in the backfield and disrupting things. So,
and that's one thing, Tom, we talked about in the pregame show, which guys were going to step up because of what was lost last year in that department of dropping guys for losses. So, great job by that young man.
Yeah, I thought Azari Brown had a nice game. I thought, some other guys I've seen, Hopper, Hunter Davis, a few others, had a good ball game. But Nick Vincent, our defensive player of the game, brought to you by the Falston Pharmacy in Falston, North Carolina. And the overall player of the game, I guess, you can make an argument for Thompson. But I tell you what, I guess let's go a little bit different direction. I'm going to go with Norris because Norris slammed the door with that 38-yard run, and that was just a huge play.
And I told you, I just felt like in the second half for Burns to win this game, we had to start seeing more out of Jeremiah Norris. When it was time for that young man's number to be called, especially in that fourth quarter, we saw him ice this game away. That means so much for a football team.
Yeah, so Jeremiah Norris, our SNR Auto Sales overall player of the game. So next week we've got Burns and Crest. Robbie, guess you're going to be with me again.
I tell you what, and I think it's, again, a county matchup. And, Tom, I think we're kind of spoiled in Cleveland County. It's going to be another great game between the sister schools, if you will, Burns and Crest.
So Burns and Crest coming to you. The WHS Game of the Week next week. Always brought to you by KTC Broadcasting. Remember, our title sponsor is West End Sales. Visit them at westendsales.com. And West End Sales, American Legion, WHS Game of the Week, they make a lot of these broadcasts possible, get these young men exposure, provide an awesome second job for us. Right?
Hey,
so
and guess what, Tom? It didn't cost you a dime to listen to it. Just go out and support these advertisers.
Yes,
we appreciate it.
Yeah, so patronize our sponsors, especially our title sponsor, West End Sales. So thank you to all our sponsors for making this possible. Once again, your Mr. Sparky scoreboard, 8-6, Burns over Forest View. We're going to take it over to Kevin and the gang for the post-game show.
It's time to power up. Power up with Skag Power Equipment, powered by Vanguard from Elliott Supply Company in Polkville. The Vanguard is now available on the Skag Tiger Cat and the Skag Patriot models. See the Skag Tiger Cat, 52-inch more with a Vanguard 810cc 28 horsepower EFI engine, or the Skag Patriot, available in 52 and 61-inch cuts with a Vanguard 810cc 26 horsepower engine. Power up with the Skag from Elliott Supply Company, Highway 182 in Polkville. Online at ElliottSupplyINC.com. It's vacation and travel time. Time to head to Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville and the Boston Pharmacy in Boston for your last-minute travel needs. From sunscreen to suntan lotion and more. Shop inside to use their convenient drive-through window at both locations. And all Central Drugstore customers, you are welcome at Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville, serving up the same hometown service. Family-owned, family-operated Medical Center Pharmacy, 607 East Academy Street in Cherryville, and the Boston Pharmacy, Highway 18 North in Boston. It's all you can eat. All you can eat ribs each and every Thursday at Fats Cafe in Shelby. And these ribs are guaranteed to stick to your ribs. All you can eat. And on Tuesdays, it's all you can eat boneless chicken wings and popcorn shrimp. And don't forget about their big Sunday lunch. And see Fats Cafe in Shelby for all of your catering needs. They deliver, they set up. You just relax and eat. That's Fats Cafe, 1235 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. If you're in the market for new flooring, go to this area's most recommended flooring store. That's Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain. Flooring America in Kings Mountain is where friends send friends for their flooring needs. And right now, you'll find the ever-popular luxury vinyl plank for only $2.99 a square foot. That's right, only $2.99 a square foot. All during the Fresh Start Flooring Sale. Give your home a refresh with one stop at Flooring America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain. Online at FlooringAmericaKingsMountain.com.
Podiatry for gentle but state-of-the-art foot care. Our staff truly cares about your needs. You can expect top-notch medical and surgical care from a staff dedicated to quality service. Whether a repeat patient or a new one, come see us soon at Foothills Podiatry, 707 North Morgan Street in Shelby.
Foothills Podiatry is proud to welcome Dr. Gretchen Lawrence to their practice.
If you're ready to make the great escape, do it with the #1 brand on the water. Yamaha Wave Runners are the most premium personal watercraft on the market, with industry-first features and exciting new products like the all-new 2021 VX Series with audio packages, the must-anticipated Superjet, and the new race-ready GP Series. This is Wave Runner country. See one today at Full Throttle Powersports, located at 100 Indian Walk off I-85 in Lowell.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the Full Throttle Powersports North Carolina Prep Football Post-Game Show. I'm Kevin Hastings. We'll be joined not in the studios tonight. We'll be by myself for a little bit tonight. Gonna have some phone calls from some of our announcers, some of our local folks, giving us some updates on the scores around the area. I've got scores for you. I got some finals, got about half and half. Of course, some of the scores coming in straggling across the state, but we're gonna have them all just for you. Just a few moments. We want to welcome everybody to the Full Throttle Powersports. Full Throttle Powersports in Lowell. FullThrottlePowersportsNC.com. Check them out online today. And over there in Lowell, tons and tons of equipment, SUVs, UTVs, and just anything over there. They just bought out another store and tons of inventory. I want to thank everybody tuning in tonight. You're listening on the radio in Lincoln County, WLON 107.5 FM, 1050 AM. You guys just had a heck of a game over there. Over at West Lincoln High School with the North Lincoln Knights and West Lincoln Rebels. Brent Pasco and Logan Baker brought us that game. Jason Sane was out there getting video for us for some highlights for us to use on the post-game show and the Red Zone channel that we do. So, folks, if you're listening right now, we do a Red Zone channel during the games. We try to show some highlights off Twitter. You can tag us on Twitter. We'll use your highlights. Tag us at KTC Broadcasting, hashtag KTC Scores, KTC Sports, and we'll use them on our Red Zone channel during the game. 7:30 to 9:30 is Red Zone. Post-game show is 10 to 11:30, so we'll be signing off about 11:30 tonight, give or take a few minutes on how long it takes me to press the buttons. But over in, like I said, Lincoln County tonight, West Lincoln wins 14-7, and you can see some highlights on Twitter. Go to @WhatsUpShopper for the Twitter and KTC Scores to see the scores that we got. Now, Cherryville wins tonight. Let's just give you the scores that I got winners tonight. Cherryville wins tonight up in Avery County. Matt Chapman and Danny Aker had the call for that, 34-22. The Burns Bulldogs win tonight on the road at Stuart Kramer against Forest View in an 8-6 ball game. 8-6. Burns stops the 2-point conversion to tie it up late in that game. 8-6. Bulldogs win. That ball game is on WHS 1390 AM and 101.5 FM. I know you guys want to see the scores that you're watching at home. For you folks watching, there's your scores that I got up for. The bold, of course, are the ones that are finals, and the other ones I'm not sure on, but you can kind of do your best with those. So for the radio listeners, for wondering what I'm talking about, you can watch this show every Friday night live in studios, ktcbroadcasting.com, or live on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in for you folks on YouTube. I see you there. And we just want to thank you guys for tuning in. And we're going to do our best to give out all the scores. And we're going to have some phone calls in here in just a little bit and talk about some of these games. All right, Final scores, another game on our sister stations here on KTC Broadcasting. Waggy, 107.5 FM, 1320 AM up in Forest City. The Chase Trojans win tonight, big time up at West Henderson, 54-21 at West Henderson Falcons. Other finals in the area, South Point 46-7 over Lincoln. Hickory Ridge 68-13 over Hunter Huss. Polk County 28-7 victors over Newton Conover. And Alexander Central 21-7 over Hickory. And the only other final I've got so far, Statesville 41, Carson 30. Now here are some scores that I do have but aren't final yet. Shelby 37-14 over Kings Mountain right now. East Lincoln 26-7 over High Brighton. McDowell 20-7 over RS Central. Bunker Hill 16-12 over Kramer. East Gaston over North Gaston 25-0. I repeat, East Gaston over North right now 25-0. Maiden 56-0 over Fred T. Ford. Anson County 14-8 over Mountain Island Charter. Bandy's 44-7 over St. Stephen's. South Caldwell up 18-7 over West Caldwell. Lake Norman 30-0 over West Iredale. East Burke 6-0 over Patton. And folks, I'm gonna give you one more. South Lake Christian 15-7 over Lake Norman Charter. Now, folks, this is not a basketball score and it's not a final, so I don't even know where we're going with this one. Hendersonville 73-28 against North Henderson at the end of 3. So there's a running clock, and the team has 28 points on the board. 73-28, 101 points in 3 quarters in that ball game. Getting your money's worth. If you bought a ticket tonight in North Henderson, every dollar you spent was well worth it, and you got your money's worth. Buy an extra hot dog for those athletic directors up there. That'll make them happy up there. But wow, just wow. 73-28. Hendersonville up on North Henderson right now. Well, folks, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back on the post-game show, we'll have more scores. We'll have some callers from some of our local games. We'll talk about some of the highlights, some of the touchdowns, and feature some of the kids here in just a little bit. We'll be back in just a few moments right here on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Shelby provides the local plumbing and electrical contractors of Shelby and the surrounding area with the most profitable solutions for supplies and services. They have a dedicated team of experts and top-name products like Delta, Moen, American Standard, A.O. Smith, Renai, Gerber, Milwaukee, Gould's, and more. Visit their showroom soon and see how you can keep your kitchen exciting. That's Wind Supply of Shelby, located at 208 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, and online at windsupplyinc.com.
Since 1986, Witherspoon Insurance Agency in Shelby has been serving families across Shelby and Cleveland County. And today, Wayne Witherspoon continues the tradition of bringing you the best insurance at the best possible price. With names like The Hartford, Safeco, Progressive, National General, and Travelers. Drop by the office today at 125 North Lafayette Street in Shelby and talk with one of their friendly hometown agents. Witherspoon Insurance Agency, your independent insurance agency since 1986.
The clock is ticking. Take a time out. Come by Wright's Jewelry to check out one of our lightweight wooden watches. They're only $129.95. Many styles available in ebony, zebra, and sandalwood.
Yeah, but don't forget about our awesome men's necklaces and rings in various colors, from blue, black, red, silver, or gold.
We've got deer antler, whiskey barrel, and copper too.
Grab a matching bracelet to finish his look.
For the first time ever at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby, it's a truckload blemish mattress sale. You'll find savings like never before. All are factory sealed. Twin size mattresses start at $119. Full and queen size start at $199. Over 150 in stock, ready to go. From a big tractor trailer full, floor to ceiling, nose to tail, full of these mattresses at Hendrick Appliance. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and online at hendrickappliance.com. Located at 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming back. Looking for a great buy on new zero-turn mower? Look no more. We got it at Hojo Powersports and Equipment in Shelby. Right now, you can buy a brand new Aaron's zero-turn 42-inch mower for only $27.99. That's right, only $27.99 for a new Aaron's 42-inch zero-turn mower. Plus, see the line of Ferris, Snapper, Snapper Pro, Hustler, Walker, Ryan, Red Max, Husqvarna, Simplicity, Shindawa, Z-Spray, and more. Hojo Powersports and Equipment, 110 Grigg Street off South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Online at hojopower.net. Like them on Facebook, too. Hometown Hardware in downtown Kings Mountain now has those canning jars, canning lids, and bands, too. Hey, but they won't last long. You better come get them while they're hot. They also have pressure cookers, too. And Hometown Hardware has a full line of Husqvarna blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, plus tillers. And don't forget about those Traeger grills for those upcoming Labor Day cookouts. That's Hometown Hardware, 110 South Railroad Avenue, downtown Kings Mountain.
Are you ready to tackle your banking needs? Home Trust Bank's team of expert advisors and lenders want to be your teammate. We want to hear your story, learn your aspirations, and assist you with financial needs, and provide options that are tailored to you. With a wide range of personal, mortgage, and commercial services, you will discover all your banking needs under one roof with a local and personalized touch at Home Trust Bank. Score big with Home Trust Bank. Ready for what's next. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
100 years of anything means a lot. And at Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, you'll find over 100 years of combined motorcycle experience. So they must be doing something right. If you're in the market for a new bike, trike, or four-wheeler, or ATV, see the folks you can depend on for sales, service, and parts. That's Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, with over 100 years of combined motorcycle experience. Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. This ad is worth $100 when you mention it at Hoppers Enterprises in Kings Mountain. Hoppers Enterprises specializes in buy here, pay here, and they will buy your car for cash as low as $500 down. Get you riding today. They have cars for any budget, and all credit is accepted, and everyone is approved. They even offer a $45 a month charge for boat and RV storage, and they do U-Haul rentals too. Get the best for less at Hoppers Enterprises, 1800 Shelby Road, Highway 74 Business West in Kings Mountain, where they treat you like family.
And good evening and welcome back to the North Carolina Full Throttle Powersports Prep Football Postgame Show. Live, KTCBroadcasting.com. You can listen to the big green button. You can watch live on YouTube. We got the scores tonight. I'm going to try to might pull up some highlights in a little bit. Waiting on a few phone calls from some of our correspondents out in the field tonight. Dennis is out tonight. He'll be back next week. Well, thank everybody for tuning in. Andre's in the house. He's helping with the scores, so that's where we're getting the scores together, folks, here on KTCBroadcasting.com and the KTC Broadcasting YouTube channel. We got some scores listed up for you on the screen for the folks watching at home. All the bold, and I put an F, I think, beside everybody for the finals. So if it's not got an F and not got a bold, that's just the last thing I have. And that's all. You just gonna have to deal with it for right now because that's all I got. Now, I do got a bunch of finals. How about the finals? Let's go over what I have. Cherville 34-22 over Avery County on WCSL tonight. West Lincoln wins 14-7. The Lincoln County Game of the Week tonight on WLON. The Bulldogs pull off an 8-6 road victory against Forest View at Stuart Cramer High School. That game was on WHS. And then Waggy tonight, over on Waggy, Chase 54, West Henderson 21. Final scores just kind of came across the board while during the break. Bandy's is a final now, 44-7 over St. Stephen's. And the Shelby Golden Lions in their losing streak against the Kings Mountain Mountaineers tonight, 37-14. Shelby wins at Kings Mountain. South Point tonight, winners 46-7 at home against Lincoln. Hickory Ridge 68-13 over Hunter Huss with a win. Polk County wins 28-7 over Newton Conover. South Caldwell wins 18-7 over West Caldwell. Alexander Central wins 21-7 over Hickory. Statesville 41-30 winner over Carson. Now, here's the scores that I have so far that aren't finals. Okay, South Lake Christian Academy 15-7 over Lake Norman Charter. Hendersonville 73-28 against North Henderson. East Burke 8-6 against Patton. Lake Norman 30-0 over West Iredale right now. Anson County 14-8 over Mountain Island. Maiden 56-0 over Ford. East Gaston 25-0 over North Gaston. Bunker Hill 16-12 over Stuart Kramer. McDowell 20-7 over RS Central. East Lincoln 26-7 over High Brighton. And then, of course, you guys can see we've got some other scores I need. Bessemer at Community School of Davidson. Concord at Ashbrook. North Iredale at South Iredale. Northmore at Winston-Salem Carver. West Iredale, I've got that one. Bishop McGinnis and JP Catholic. Christ King Harold's. Yeah. We've got almost everything local I've got. The only one I don't have any scores on locally tonight so far is Bessemer City at Davidson and Concord at Ashbrook. Usually we'll have a Bessemer City a correspondent, folks. Coach Nichols is coaching Holbrook Middle School, and he's our Bessemer City correspondent. And they had practice tonight, and so early season practice on a Friday night. He couldn't get out to the game, so we'll get those to you starting next week. All the Bessemer City scores. We'll have video of all the Bessemer City scores, so we won't be able to miss that next week, I promise. All right, waiting on a few callers here and there to call in from our broadcasters, and we'll get together on them and kind of go over some of the games and exactly what happened. I do have some MVPs to talk about. Marcus McCombs was the MVP for Chase tonight on Waggy, and the 54-21 win tonight. Marcus McCombs. Now over. And for Cherville tonight, the player of the game was Landon Hahn was the player of the game. And I don't know if he's a wide receiver, but if that is, number one, the wide receiver for Cherville is having an outstanding game tonight. MVPs over in the Burns game, offense Ryan Thompson, and defense were Nick Vinson. So those were the MVPs. And then the MVPs tonight for Avery, for West Lincoln, Mason Avery was the player of the game tonight. 35 carries, 244 yards, 2 touchdowns. All right, I got a couple of phone calls to answer, and I'm not an expert at our new phone system. So we're going to see if I can do this, and you guys can get on. We'll see what happens. Hey, who we got? You there? Let's see if I got a caller on call number. Oh, nope, that's the wrong studio. Hey, let's try this one.
Hello.
Hey, got a caller now?
I got you.
Hey, Logan, I'm sorry I hit the wrong button. How you doing, buddy?
You good. Yep, I'm doing good.
Well, I was listening to your guys' game. I'm going to pin a rose on your nose real quick. I've got that you chose the player of the game tonight. Is that correct?
I did. Well, it was really no surprise. Question who it was. Mason Avery for West Lincoln.
Week 1, you got to pat yourself on the back a little bit. I'll give you some credit. Not only is he player of the game, he had 244 yards, Logan.
Yeah.
Not a bad night, right? So tell me a little bit about his 35 carries, 244, and the 2 touchdowns in the game.
Well, he really, Mason, he just, from the get-go, you could see he was going to have a good night, and his ability all game long that he didn't lose was just he could get hit, and he just keep his legs going. He could get hit and break tackles and just keep going. And they didn't matter if they tossed it to him outside, he could bounce it outside and use some of his speed, or they could just use him up the middle, and he had no problem. He had a time. He had a really, really good night against that North Lincoln defense.
Well, while we're on West Lincoln, you got any defensive studs or standouts tonight for the Rebels?
The whole team.
Well, they held North Lincoln to 7, so good defensive
and honestly,
effort.
And the one thing, it was just like, if you listen, I mean, it was really just a dominating performance. I mean, North Lincoln scored that lone 80-yard touchdown, which was their first play of the game on offense, and that was the one mistake West Lincoln made all night because they blew coverage on him and allowed him to get to the sidelines and kind of just run away. But after that, I mean, they were, if it wasn't a bit for that kind of blown coverage there, I don't even know if North Lincoln would have scored at all tonight. I mean, most they could have scored would have been maybe a field goal, but it was a dominating performance all around for West Lincoln, offensively and defensively. Yeah.
Well, just looking at that along, North has been pretty strong the last few years, and they are moving up to 3A, and West is still in the 2A. So for North Lincoln, as far as offense goes, and what did, obviously they didn't look too great with the one big play, but are they kind of running the same thing they have been? What's their offensive strategy looking like here early on in the 2021 season?
Well, it kind of looked, I mean, they're definitely a run-first team, much like West Lincoln. I believe that North Lincoln's a little bit more comfortable passing when they need to, and almost towards the end of the game, almost came back and tied it at the last second. But I think they're definitely more Kovalchuk. He was quarterback last year. He's back, and I think some of that experience, familiarity with the team helped him tonight. It was a rough night offensively all around, but I think having that experience of being there helped him out and had to have the best game he possibly could with West Lincoln playing how they were on defense. And I think offensively it just looked like really they had no answer on the line at least. They were really struggling to really get any kind of blocks against the West Lincoln defensive line. So I think there's a lot that can be improved, and I think there's a lot more that North Lincoln can get out of their offense that they just weren't able to do tonight.
Logan, we did have an injury out there tonight. Did you guys get any word or anything while you're out of the stadium? North Lincoln player?
I tried to look on the North Lincoln High School Facebook and see if they put anything, but they haven't. But all I can say is I'm hoping for the best. When he went down, he was in pretty severe pain, and very quickly everybody out there started waving for the officials to come out. And I hope everything's all right. It definitely wasn't your typical cramp there, without a doubt. All I can say is it didn't look great. It was pretty scary to see. They were definitely treating it as if they felt something was broken or really needed to be carefully. They were being very careful with moving him around as though something was broken. So I'm hoping for the best, but when you see that, it really kind of reminds you of the dangers of the game. But like I said, I hope everything's all right as best it can be. It didn't look good, but hope and pray everything's all right. You hate to see that at any level, but especially the high school level. But I haven't heard anything. I tried to look, but I haven't heard a thing yet.
All right. Well, Logan, looking across Lincoln County right now, South Point wins 46-7 over Lincoln, and you'll have them next. You'll have them next week against North Lincoln. So both teams will be looking for a victory and more than 7 points in a ball game. So you guys should have a pretty good matchup next week, shouldn't you?
Yeah. Both teams be. I'd say Lincoln a little bit more so, but I think both teams definitely be looking to bounce back. So should be a good one. And looking forward to it.
Well, did you happen to hear the East Lincoln score while you was out?
I did not. That was when it was either we didn't see it or we just kind of looked over it.
Last score I got was Mustangs up 26-7 on High Brighton.
Wow. Well, East Lincoln was good last year. They kind of had a very unfortunate, only two teams being able to make the playoffs. Had an unfortunate exit to the season, but they were good last year. So I'd say that's definitely a good start for them. Start they'd be looking for.
All right, Logan. Well, good luck next week. I guess you'll be over there at Lincoln and High School for that game. Thank you guys. You and Brent did a great job tonight, and thanks for giving me a call, buddy.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right, thanks. Have a good night.
Rest of the show. Good rest of your night.
Thank you, Logan. Have a good night. That's Logan Baker with with WLON tonight. He was at the North Lincoln West Lincoln game, and West Lincoln wins 14-7 on your scoreboard here. Other scores tonight: Cherville 34-22. We're going to talk Danny Aker here in just a few moments as they come down the mountain. West Lincoln won 14-7. Burns 8-6 over Forest View. Chase 54-21 over West Henderson. Shelby tonight winners 37-14 over Kings Mountain. South Point 46-7 over Lincoln. Hickory Ridge 68-13 over Hunter Huss. St. Stephen's falls at Bandy's 44-7. Newton Conover falls at Polk County tonight 28-7. Alexander Central wins at home over Hickory 21-7. South Caldwell 18-7 winners over West Caldwell, and Statesville 41-30 winners over Carson. So we're still trying to get some of our scores. I want to thank Jason Stafford after a listen, tagging us online. East Gaston with a final tonight, 52-0. East Gaston, 52-0. Want to thank everybody for that tweets at us, tweets the scores. What a big win tonight. I'm not sure situation at North, but wasn't expecting that, and a lot of people even picked it to be the other way. So they're going to be partying out down in Mount Holly and Stanley tonight for the Warriors with a big win tonight at East Gaston. All right, let's see. Got me a phone caller. Let's see if I hit the buttons right, and if I do, I could have Danny Aker there. Who I got?
Hey, Kevin, it's Paul Foster.
Well, it's not Danny Aker. Hey, Paul. What's up, Paul? How are you, sir?
Hey, my friend.
I don't have a caller ID on here, so I'm just blind hitting buttons for whoever calls. But good, I hear from Paul. You're went all the way up to Henderson tonight, West Henderson, for the Chase Trojans and West Henderson after Thomas Jefferson game got canceled. A little bit about the Thomas Jefferson information, and then tell us about the game tonight, Paul.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And if I happen to drop out on you, it's because I'm kind of between me and the mountains right now, so I make that trip back down to Cleveland County. But, it's the word I got from a good source this afternoon was that, like, 3 players at Thomas Jefferson had come down at the same time very sick recently, and they assumed it was COVID, but they said they got tested and they all came back negative.
I lost Paul trying to hold Danny. Dang it. I'm going to pick one of them up here in a second. Let's see who I get, if I get Danny or Paul. KTC broadcast. KTC broadcast. Dang it. I knew I was going to mess that up. I'm not an expert on the phone thing, so I was kind of waiting. I was hoping Danny wouldn't call. Let's see if I can get this one right. Hello?
Hey, Steve Degree.
Who's this?
Steve Degree.
Hey, Steve, I need you to call. I'm going to have to text you and call you back. I've got people coming back from down the mountain on hold. I dropped them a minute ago like an idiot, but let me text you, Steve, and I'll get you to call back here in a little bit, okay?
All right.
All right, folks, sitting here on the postgame show, waiting on Paul Foster to call back because I'm an idiot and didn't hit the buttons right, and then told Matt to just, I don't know, let me tell him to give me a few minutes here. And like I said, I don't have my caller ID. We just got our new system in, and I don't have it quite set up yet, so I'm blind answering here. Steve Degree was calling. I know he was calling for the Shelby game. 37-14 winners over Kings Mountain. South Point tonight 46-7 over Lincoln, and Hickory Ridge 68-13 over Huss. I just have to wait a few minutes on Paul to give me a call back, I guess. I am going to, let's go through some of the other scores and then get ready for some of next week's game as well. Let's see, I can bring that up. So next week, as I wait for everybody to get back to me, Crest is at Burns on WHS. We'll have that the Cleveland County game of the week. Lincoln County game of the week will be North Lincoln at Lincolnton. And then August 27th, week 2. Give me a sec. All right, sorry. Next week we got West Lincoln at Cherryville. And then West Caldwell will travel up to RS Central to play them. I've got RS Central getting beat right now 20-7 up at McDowell. Shannon Allen picked the opposite on that one. So if Shannon, you're listening, boo-boo on you. Put the X next to your name. We'll go through it. We're going to go through Shannon's picks next Monday and see how he did, see how his record did, and more. Coming up on WHS the following week, Kings Mountain at Burns and High Brighton at Shelby in week 4 and week 5, Crest at Ashbrook. WLON week 2, North Lincoln at Lincoln. Then we've got Lincoln at East Lincoln, and then Christ the King at Bessemer City. Then Bunker Hill at Lincoln. First 5 weeks of the season on WLON. WCSL next week, West Lincoln at Cherryville. Then Blacksburg at Cherryville. Then Cherryville goes on the road for 2 weeks at Chase and at Shelby. On WAGY, we got RS Central 3 weeks in a row. West Caldwell at RS, South Point at RS, RS at Chesney, and then Bessemer City at Thomas Jefferson. Well, I thought Paul was going to call me back, but maybe I lost him. So I'm going to go ahead and have Matt give me a call back. A couple of folks coming down the mountains, and they're going to be going in and out. And I was an idiot. Shouldn't have hung up on Paul. I hit the wrong button trying to get Matt on there, too. I'm going to get Steve Degree back in just a few moments. I'm trying to see if I can get Matt to call back first coming down the mountain, Steve, because I want to make sure I catch those guys while they are driving, or not while they're driving, but while they're coming back, the passengers making the phone call, obviously. All right, working on some scores. Eastburg and Patton was 6-6 last time we saw. Hendersonville last time I had was 73-28. Just ridiculous on that. That's not a basketball score that I'm aware of. Waiting on them to call back. I tell you what, Steve, if you're listening, you go ahead and give me a call. I guess Paul and Matt got into the mountains areas, and they're going to wait till they get to the bottom. So, Steve, if you're listening, go ahead and give me a call, and we'll talk a little bit of Shelby Kings Mountain. All right, folks, I'm going to take a quick break and wait on some of the folks to get back to me that I'm waiting on, and we'll be back in a few moments here on KTCBroadcasting.com.
At Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby, it's a truckload blemish mattress sale. You'll find savings like never before. All are factory sealed. Twin size mattresses start at $119. Full and queen size start at $199. Over 150 in stock, ready to go. From a big tractor trailer full to ceiling notes to tails full of these mattresses at Hendrick Appliance. See their page at HomeShopper.com and online at HendrickAppliance.com. Located at 441 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming back.
All right, I think. Steve? Hey, how about that now, Steve? Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. I had to press some buttons. Welcome back, Steve. It's good to hear from you. Had you in the spring. You had to turn your radio down there for a sec, Steve, so you don't get too much feedback. All right, Steve, helping out over in Shelby this year. 37-14 victory tonight in the Battle of Buffalo Creek. The Golden Lions come through. Tell us a little bit about some big plays in that ballgame.
Well, actually, Kings Mountain, they scored first, and it went up 7-0. Then we came back and scored 23 straight points. Marquise Adams scored a couple of touchdowns from our 95 formation with the big boys in the backfield. And then Bridges scored on the touchdown pass. And then Kings Mountain came back and scored right after halftime. Made it 23-14. And then after that, we had a big sack on ML Lil John. He fumbled the ball, and they just turned the whole complexity of the game. And we went on and scored again and again, and made it 37-14. Some of the kids was talking about revenge from last year, but that beat us 2 years in a row. So it was bittersweet. Kids been practicing real hard. We got a new defensive coordinator this year, Coach Ward. He's from Laney High School. That's where Michael Jordan went to school. He's doing a great job with the defense. And I be out there with the kids every day. They got great attitudes. And, Coach Wilbanks is going to make them work hard. Kings Mountain did a lot of cramping. And I don't really think Shelby had too many cramps. We try to condition the kids within the practice. And, sometimes practice, sometimes the way you play is the way you practice. And our last week, we had a good week of practice. We got to keep building from that.
Well, where does the Shelby Golden Lions go next week, Steve?
We go to AC Reynolds in Asheville. I don't know who they play tonight, but I'm sure come Monday, Coach Wilbanks will have a good game plan. And Coach Donaway, he's our offensive line coach. And I'm getting to know him real good. He does a great job with our offensive line. Because, Kevin, you'll see, nobody don't want to play offensive line. Everybody want to score and run the ball. But fight them hogs, hey, you can't get anywhere. And Dalen had a pretty good game. He did make some great scrambles and ran for first down, and pretty good first game.
I'm trying to find the AC Reynolds score for you. I had it a minute ago, actually, when I was flipping through, and I'm trying to scroll back for you guys. You're in a new conference this year, so you playing a couple of different things. How about the Cleveland County teams, this year? Is this maybe the first time ever you've had 4 new quarterbacks across the county?
Yeah, I had to think about that last week. All 4 teams, actually, Keys Mountain they played 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, that's 5 quarterbacks.
Well, AC Reynolds tonight, Steve, got beat 37-7.
Woo!
By West Forsyth Titans.
Wow.
So West Forsyth knocks off AC Reynolds tonight, 37-7. It's a big win tonight for them. So there you go. That's your matchup next week. Shelby at AC Reynolds. You guys gonna be ready? I'm assuming.
But yeah, our kids was sort of disappointed in the season last year, the way it ended. So this year, they're trying to be real focused. Santana Harper, Malachi Hambrick, and all these seniors, they want to go out as winners. So they are our spiritual leaders on our team.
Well, Steve, I just want to thank you for giving us a call and getting back to us. And once you go home tonight and get some rest and enjoy your first victory, they're coaching and helping out at Shelby High School.
Well, again, I want to thank Coach Wilbanks and the coaching staff at Shelby High School, and Coach, and I call him Coach, but it's David Allen, for just letting me hang out with the team. I'm like a kid in the candy store.
Well,
I'm just doing what I enjoy doing, and I'm really truly blessed.
Well, Shelby's
that they let me do that.
Well, Shelby's undefeated against 3A schools and in the Battle of Buffalo Creek with Steve DeGree there helping out. So congratulations, buddy, and have a good night, and thanks for giving me a call, and we'll see you next week.
Oh, y'all want to say our JV team also won last night.
Okay.
It was 36-0.
Okay.
Last night.
Well, congratulations, Golden Lions JV too, Steve, and thank you again.
Okay, then. Thank you.
All right,
have a good night.
All right, have a good night, bro. All right, that was Steve DeGree there on the line on KTCBroadcasting.com. Getting some of my broadcasters call in from some of the games. So that we had that game covered with Steve there, Kings Mountain and Shelby. Waiting on Paul and Matt to give me a call back whenever they can. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have some more scores here on KTCBroadcasting.com.
For the first time ever at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby, it's a truckload blemish mattress sale. You'll find savings like never before. All are factory sealed. Twin size mattresses start at $119. Full and queen size start at $199. Over 150 in stock, ready to go. From a big tractor trailer full, floor to ceiling, nose to tail, full of these mattresses at Hendrick Appliance. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and online at hendrickappliance.com. Located at 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming back.
When you're in the field, downtime is not an option. That's why now is the time for a service inspection at James River Equipment. Whether you own a John Deere tractor, planter, forage harvester, or baler, James River has a summer service special that's right for you. When it comes to quick diagnosis and expert service professionals, James River delivers. Schedule your service at your local James River location or online at jamesriverequipment.com. James River delivers.
The buffet is open at Jammin' Jay's Pizza in Shelby. Come in now and enjoy your favorite pizza and salad bar too. The buffet is open with your safety in mind. And you can order online by calling 704-600-6182. Jammin' Jay's does residential delivery. Again, just call 704-600-6182. Just visit the website at jamminjayspizza.com. They're open Tuesday through Sunday. Again, the buffet and salad bars are open at Jammin' Jay's Pizza. 1011 Grove Street in Shelby, right behind KFC. That's Jammin' Jay's Pizza.
You'll be first on race day with a stop at Kings Mountain Auto Supply, 904 West Gold Street in Kings Mountain. You'll find a full line of auto parts. They've got it all, and they even carry racing fuel. So before you head out to the track, get your racing fuel from Kings Mountain Auto Supply. Give them a call at 704-739-0391. In addition to great prices, you'll get friendly and knowledgeable service as well. Kings Mountain Auto Supply, 904 West Gold Street in Kings Mountain. Open Monday through Friday from 8 till 6, Saturdays 8 till noon. Like them on Facebook too.
The Dodge Make This the Summer event is underway at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Shelby. During the Make This the Summer event, you make no monthly payments for 90 days, plus 0% APR for 48 months, or $1,450 retail consumer cash, plus $1,000 bonus cash, plus $750 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. All for good on all new 2021 Dodge Durango models when financed through Chrysler Capital. The Make This the Summer event is underway at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1310 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
McDonald's is hiring right now. Get more than just a job. Start building your future today. Working at McDonald's, you'll get paid time off, healthcare benefits, free employee meals, competitive wages, and a flexible schedule. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/made. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. McDonald's and McDonald's independently owned and operated franchisees are equal opportunity employers committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce. Most McDonald's restaurants are operated by franchisees who are independent employers and set their own employment policies and practices for their employees. The benefits described here are available at McDonald's owned restaurants and participating franchisees.
If you've recently got a letter from your insurance company saying you must see one of the large pharmacy chains for your prescriptions, we want you to know that is not necessarily true. Medical Arts Pharmacy in Shelby invites you to come by and talk with Carter or one of their professional pharmacists about your prescription needs. Chances are you can continue getting yours from your local hometown pharmacy. That's Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 East Grover Street in Shelby. Call 704-487-8068 today.
What do we got?
Code 27, freezer failure.
Sounds like a cold case.
The freezer's not freezing, and Timmy's party's today.
What's with the igloo?
Can't have a pool party without popsicles, right, honey?
I'll check the breaker.
Here's your problem. Fried circuit.
Best not to overload your outlets.
All set.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
When it comes to taxes,
And good evening and welcome back to the North Carolina Prep Football Postgame Show brought to you by Full Throttle Powersports. KTC broadcast. I got 2 more phone calls to get in. One of the reasons you do what you do when you want to be me instead of you, because I'm still on beat. Showing love to the streets. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. As always, thank our sponsors. Folks, shop locally. That's what keeps this going. It's what keeps everybody going around here. You know, shop locally, support your local businesses. If you hear an ad online, just stop by. Even if you know they want you to stop by and buy something, obviously. But you know, when you are stopping by, mention them. Hey guys, I heard you during the ball game the other night. Appreciate you sponsoring the sports on there. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to go to all these games and bring you high school sports. Not every area region has high school sports to broadcast. That not every region allows people and broadcast teams to come in. Every school's different, every county's different. So the ones that do allow us to come over and do the broadcast, we do appreciate it. And if you guys would thank our advertisers and when you see them, it'd be awesome. So I got some new scores come in. Finals. The maiden game is a final 56-0. Bunker Hill final 29-18 over Kramer. McDowell's a final 20-14 over RS Central. East Gaston final 52-0 over North Gaston. Newton Conover loses 28-7 at Polk County. South Caldwell wins 18-7 over West Caldwell. Alexander Central 21-7 over Hickory. Statesville 41-30 over Carson. East Burke pulls off a victory tonight, 14-6 at Patton. And then look at this Hendersonville North Henderson score up in Henderson County tonight. 114 points between the two teams. 79-35 victory. You score 35 points and you got the running clock. $35 and got the running clock. Alexander Central 21-7 over Hickory. Polk County 28-7 over Newton Conover. Hickory Ridge again 68-13 over Hunter Huss. West Henderson follows tonight at home against Chase 54-21. Burns 8-6 over Forest View. What's up, Tommy? What's up? You didn't have to come all the way to Cherville.
It's all right. Thought there might be some leftover pizza in here.
We didn't need anything. Y'all can come sit down a minute if you want. All right. Give me 2 seconds. All right. Well, I'm gonna take a quick break and we'll come back. We're gonna talk this Burns Forest View game, real quick here on KTC. I got a phone call to answer. How about that? Let's see if this works. Hey, who I got now?
Hey, it's Paul Foster getting back with you.
All right, Paul. Sorry about that. I actually hung up on you. No, it wasn't you. I'm an idiot and hit the wrong button. So thanks for calling back. Chase wins tonight, big time, 54-21 over West Henderson tonight. So tell us a little bit about the Trojans and the Falcons tonight.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Kevin. We made the trip up the mountain, and we didn't know this was going to come together until first thing this morning, and they were gracious enough to have us up there. And of course, it was Thomas Jefferson originally on the schedule tonight, and we got to do Chase instead. But what we got to see is they got a beautiful stadium up there, West Henderson. It's artificial turf, very nice, big press box and all that. They were very accommodating. And as far as Chase goes, I think they may be the top team in Rutherford County this season from what we saw tonight, if that continues. Bringing over Marquise McCombs from East Rutherford, we didn't have a chance because he just didn't have the things in place from an offensive line to other factors, the right kind of offense last season to show what he's made of. Tonight, in his first game as a Chase Trojan now, he's in the end zone 6 times. 1 touchdown kick return of 89 yards, another touchdown for 30, a short one of 1. 6 times he had to have over 250 yards or more rushing tonight, and you add that to Boykins, their quarterback, who played a variety of positions last year. He's now moved into that position. They got some good wideouts. If anything, the passing game may need a little bit more work, but I think Chase has got a lot to build on. And while all these Rutherford County schools, in particular RS and Chase, lost a lot of great seniors, I think Chase may have, the best back and the new components to maybe make a decent run.
Well, Paul, scores from around the area. So RS Central fell 20-14 at McDowell, and Chase, from what I understand, is going to get to play McDowell this year again after East Rutherford canceled their season. So Chase will get that same McDowell team here in a few weeks.
You're exactly right. They had made the announcement that the week they were supposed to play East Rutherford. By now, everybody knows the sad situation that East is going to have to, at least for this season, skip having a varsity team. That's what they did. Chase got McDowell lined up. They got to go to their place, and I'm sure it'll be tougher competition than what they saw tonight. But, yeah, a lot of folks are going to be interested when that one comes up in a few weeks.
Sorry about that, Paul. Next week you guys got West Caldwell at RS Central. I don't have anything on the West Caldwell score right now, so I can't give you any on that. Then you've got South Point at RS Central. South Point won tonight big, 46-7 at home. Then you've got RS at Chesney and Bessemer at Jefferson the next few weeks on WAGY. So appreciate you guys doing what you did tonight, going all the way up to West Henderson, you and Jonathan. Any other news and notes you guys want to mention coming down the mountain?
No, we just appreciate you helping pick out some of these great games we're going to do. And as we rotate the Rutherford County schools each week, I think it's going to be exciting, and we'll see how each one develops. I would just note right quick that word I had this afternoon on that situation with Thomas Jefferson canceling their game. They thought it was cases of COVID. They had like 3 players sick with flu-like symptoms. Their tests all came back negative, so that was good to hear. But, of course, it was too late to get that game withdrawn going tonight. But that's about all we got for you.
All right, thank you, Paul. Tough luck for the Griffons. They'll be back in action next week. You guys be careful. Have a safe night, and thanks for the broadcast.
Sure thing. Take care. Good night.
All right, thank you. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Well, let's see. Yeah, did I get that wrong?
This gonna work?
Yeah. Here in a second. Once I figure out which microphone you're on. Tom's on, I think 3.
Am I on?
Try that again now.
Am I on now?
Yeah, you're on now.
Okay, Kevin.
Good evening,
We're
Tommy.
just coming back. Dropping off some equipment here. Going to come back in the morning, so going to keep this short and sweet. But
Yep.
Burns hung on for an 8-6 victory. Ryan Thompson with a touchdown, 32-yard touchdown catch and a 2-point conversion. But I tell you, that Forest View program is much improved. I was impressed with Parker, their quarterback. I was impressed with Reed, their wide receiver, Aguilar, another wide receiver, and their defensive front. They're really big up front and gave our offensive line all kinds of problems. Jeremiah Norris didn't get going until that last drive. He had that 38-yard run to seal the deal. Forest View had their chances, though. They drove deep one time, snapped it over the quarterback's head, fumble, killed a drive. We had the ball all the way down to the 10-yard line late in the game, fumbled. And the 2 fumbles took away 2 golden scoring opportunities. So very easily, Forest View could have won this ball game.
Well, yeah, I mean, 8-6 ball game, Tommy. As far as the Burns offense goes, you guys jumped up 8-0 early, and then and the West Lincoln North Lincoln game was 7-7. It felt like I didn't do anything for like an hour because between those 2 games, it was just 8-0 and 7-7 forever.
Yeah.
And so we were trying to find. Luckily, the Cherville Avery County game turned into a barn burner, and we had some highlights to show in that game. Cherville pulled off the victory tonight. 3 safeties in that ball game. 2 for Cherville and I think 1 for the other team. One of the safeties was a holding on a lineman. And we've got the video of the holding, so they can't deny that in the state that they gave that one up.
So what was the final score?
34-22.
Okay.
Cherville over Avery County.
Congratulations, Coach Pruitt.
Over in Cleveland County, Burns won. Shelby 37-14 tonight was the other game in Cleveland County tonight. But a little bit back to the Burns Bulldogs. They win big tonight. Now next week they'll host Crest, and that'll be Crest's first game because they didn't get to play this week, Tom. So big Cleveland County matchup. You and Rob will have that one again. So you want to preview a little bit about maybe what we're looking for?
Well,
I talked. I don't know if you heard real quick. This is the first year, and we don't know when, 4 new quarterbacks in Cleveland County.
Yeah. Ben Mooney, I thought, did a pretty good job. Norris was a little dinged up, from what I understand. He had an ankle injury. No Silas Tate this year because he's out with injury. You lost Dorian Storage, you lost Cameron Sweezy. You lost Goodson, Alfonso Goodson. You lost a lot of players. But I thought Nick Vinson kind of stood out on defense tonight. Had a number of tackles for loss. He was our player of the game on defense. Had the fumble recovery late in the game. So some guys that haven't played as much are going to have to step up. Didn't get a chance to see Crest yet. They're always solid. They're always ready. But I think that if Burns can get a few things ironed out, they were relying on a lot of swing passes tonight, and those are low risk.
Hope something happens.
Confidence build, get your athlete in space. But I think eventually they're going to have to challenge. They're going to have to stretch the field.
I'll tell you who didn't, and we'll talk to him in the morning, Coach Tim Pruitt. Cherville slung the ball around tonight.
Did they?
The highlights. Landon Hahn was our MVP time. Just wait. I'll show you a few in the morning. Philip Russ got a great few views up there. But a couple of big plays. Matt Royster with you tonight doing the video. Nick Vincent with a big fumble recovery deep in Forest View territory. One of the highlights that Matt had showed up there, and he was your defensive player of the game. Jack Curtis with a big time sack there late in the game against Forest View. Trying to find any other news and notes you guys may have. But how about the 2-point conversion? You want to talk about that? That's the game-saving play.
Yeah, it was just a little. Got Thompson out in space. I want to say it was a sweep. Matt was there too. I think it was just a sweep to the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Threw it to the front quarter of the end zone and threw it a little wide and was incomplete. So
yeah, it was a little. Yeah, theirs. Forest View's missed theirs. Yeah, they tried in the corner of the end. They tried a little swing past corner of the end zone, didn't have it. But ours, I want to say Thompson ran it in. Yeah, Thompson ran it in. That was the difference. But what else was the difference is Norris, like I said, that 38-yard run late in the game. And, the coaches talk about a sudden change. You've got all the momentum, Kevin. Everything's going your way. You got the ball on the 10-yard line. Forest View's place kicker can boom it.
They usually got some good soccer players.
That kid is well within his range.
Yeah.
So, everything's going for it, and then you put the ball on the ground. And then Norris has the big run.
Yeah.
So, that was just that sudden change there just is all she
So,
wrote.
the thing that you brought up, the kicker, that was the story of the year in the spring, if you recall. You remember Burns won a game at Southwind because of kicking.
Yeah.
And then we probably had 5 or 6 the first 2 weeks that were extra point missed or a 2-point conversion missed. And just looking at these games, that's the only one I see tonight. But we always have games every week that come down to extra points and kicking, and that was the game tonight. It was your guys' game. Just a 2-point conversion or a field goal could have won it for Forest View, like you said, and they don't get the 2. And Cherville, that one we had 3 safeties, and it's just
a lot of weird stuff.
You guys tonight get the gold star for that one. So 8-6 victory for Burns next week against Crest. I know you want to get home and get to bed. I'll see you in the morning.
All right, Kevin, we will see you. And just want to thank everybody for listening. Thank you to West End Sales and the rest of our sponsors for making the broadcast possible. Thank you to the folks at Forest View. They were very gracious to us. Kevin provided us plenty of room in the press box, and Brian Horn, their new athletic director, and it was actually Alan Stewart, their old athletic director, was helping them because it was an unusual situation, having to move the team because they said soccer tore up the field. It's always the soccer guys.
The soccer guys tore up the field.
But they were very accommodating. I just want to tell Brian Horn and Alan Stewart and the rest of the Forest View folks, we appreciate the hospitality.
All right, Tom Cinefani, Matt Royster, thanks you guys for coming in and helping out. I'm going to take a quick break, folks. We're not going to be on much longer, another 5-10 minutes, so hang in there. We'll come back and give you all the final scores that I've got for the night. So just hang on in there. We'll be in the show here in about 10 minutes or so here on KTCBroadcasting.com.
So no Terry again this year? Well, that hurts.
Got a letter from your insurance company saying you must see one of the large pharmacy chains for your prescriptions. We want you to know that is not necessarily true. Medical Arts Pharmacy in Shelby invites you to come by and talk with Carter or one of their professional pharmacists about your prescription needs. Chances are you can continue getting yours from your local hometown pharmacy. That's Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 East Grover Street in Shelby. Call 704-487-8068 today.
What do we got?
Code 27, freezer failure.
Sounds like a cold case.
The freezer's not freezing, and Timmy's party's today.
What's with the igloo?
Can't have a pool party without popsicles, right, honey?
I'll check the breaker.
Here's your problem. Fried circuit.
Best not to overload your outlets.
All set.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
When it comes to taxes, you need to see the tax professional. That's Noah Kay at Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service in Shelby. And you've gotten a little letter from the IRS, come see Numbers. Get the advantage. They'll help you take advantage of the credits and deductions that you deserve. Just call 704-484-2783. See Noah Kay at Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service, 707 South Lafayette Street in Shelby. They are there for you. If you've ever worked in the tire industry, Oakey's Tire in Shelby has a job for you. Oakey's Tire is looking for experienced tire technicians. They have a job right now for you. And remember Oakey's Tire for all of your tire needs. They even carry big truck and tractor tires. They also feature road service and are a North Carolina inspection station. Call 704-487-7392 for Oakey's Tire, 800 West Warren Street in Shelby, and see their page at whatsupshopper.com. Plumbing problems? Well, if you're not an expert plumber, then we invite you to call the Expert Plumbers. That's Olmsted Plumbing in Forest City. Just call 828-245-7302. Recommended since 1973. From faucets to sinks to toilets, from sewer and drains to well pumps, from dishwashers to disposals to bathroom remodeling, residential and commercial, new homes too. Don't let your plumbing problems drive you plumb crazy. Call Olmsted Plumbing in Forest City, 828-245-7302, or visit the website at olmstedplumbing.com.
Chosen breed, you don't see too many like me. Cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do when you wanna be me instead of you. Cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, cause that's who I am.
All right, welcome back to the Postgame Show. Kevin Hastings in the studios all by myself. All by myself. That's right. I'm going to play some highlights online here in just a few moments. For you folks watching online on the postgame show, give you some final highlights that we got and the scores that we're going to end up with. If so, guys, give me just a second. I'm going to play some more music real quick, the re-intro music, just for just a second. I'm just going to walk in the next room. Be the easiest thing. All right, I'm gonna walk in there and I'll join up in there. I'm not taking any more phone calls. I don't think I'm gonna get Matt and them back. They're coming back from the mountains, and I want them to be safe. So give me 1 second here on the radio online. I'll be there in 2 seconds. All right, now here we go, back online. So I had to change studios so I can play some highlights for you folks here online. So let's go through some of the highlights from the night here on whatsupshopper.com. is our What's Up Shopper, is our Twitter, is our highlight, or is our sideline sponsor, and we're going to go through them. So we tweet through the What's Up Shopper for that. So here we go, folks. Let's finish up the show with some highlights. If you folks listen on the radio, you can't see them, so you have to watch on YouTube if you want to see them. But I'll be giving some scores and kind of talking about what happened on each play. All right, this is Avery County. They got the ball about the 8-yard line, handoff up the middle against the Cherville Ironmen. And after running over a couple of people, Avery County took a 7-0 early lead. How about I got Kings Mountain and Shelby score. If you'll look in the bottom, that is Shelby scoring on the keeper up the middle for the Golden Lions. Then let's see. This is the safety that we were talking about earlier. Cherville Ironman defensive lineman. I don't know who got through, but right there in the middle, right there in front of the quarterback, you can see my cursor. This guy right here being held right there. That ended up being a safety. Cherville's first of 2 safeties on the night. A snap got sent back over the head over someone in the end zone, over the quarterback in the end zone later. Now this ends up being a nice little play for the Cherville Ironman. This is a give and go, and I'm thinking that's Landon Hahn there with the fake and up, and then the throw. Nasty move, and number 1 was all over the place tonight for Cherville Ironman, catching the passes, making plays, just fantastic tonight for him. All right, this let's see. This is the Azari Brown fumble. This was a snap over the head by Forest View. Forest View there is in the teal and the black pants, and like Tom said, he kept calling him Jacksonville. And Azari Brown ends up on that fumble. So big play for Azari. Then we got a big play for West Lincoln. I'm going to show the replay. This isn't a score. It's a nice little run by the West Lincoln running back. I'm guessing it's Avery, since he had 244. Here's about 15 of them. So there's a carry by Mason Avery. How about a 31-yard touchdown pass? Here's the score for the Bulldogs. You had a little the inside receiver run a little out route. 3 Jaguars kind of run into each other / him at the same time on the juke move, and then he shakes the safety, outruns the backside safety into the end zone. Bulldogs with an 8-6 victory. Over back in Cherville, up at Avery County, this is the quarterback fumbling into the end zone for Cherville around the end. And he makes some moves, shakes the guy there about the 12-yard line, and he goes in for the end zone, but the ball comes out, and an offensive lineman, I didn't get the number on that truck, but he fell on it good for the touchdown. Ironman taking 18-7 lead. Avery County scored to cut it 18-14. Then Avery County scored again. Both of these plays, nothing really too much special, just up the middle through the Cherville defense, and it made it 20-18. Cherville over Avery County, and Cherville blocked the extra point. Then Cherville gets a 2-point conversion and a touchdown against Avery County. Here's the play from about 29-yard line, it looks like, for the Ironman. Looking left, looking right, and he's got the man deep for the touchdown. So great pass there for the Ironman. There, like I said, they were slinging the ball all over the field tonight up in Avery County. Big long run for the Shelby Golden Lions, about 44 yards here up the middle, off right tackle, then cuts it back up the middle, ends up scoring in the end zone on the other side, on the other hash. It's a big run for Shelby. That made it Kings Mountain 20-14. This is the touchdown the Rebels end up winning on tonight. From the 7-yard line, a little power sweep right in front of us for the score. One more time, for you folks can see that here. Wesleyan, this is Mason Avery, I believe, with the big score, and that puts them up 7. Now here's the punt return that set it up. A big punt return. They're punting on their own 2-yard line. Was North Lincoln. good. A little, kind of a high snap. Kick landed somewhere about the 50. And West Lincoln, the 30, the 20, the 25, down to the 10 across, and gets tackled about the 7-yard line to set up that touchdown. So a big punt return. This is Shelby going up 30-14 over Kings Mountain from a long ways away. Now this looks like a play where, Kings Mountain had the Shelby quarterback dead to rights in the grasp. He gets the ball out on a late crossing route, and that guy ends up shaking 2 or 3 tackles for a score. So 1-2 hits the crossing route near the referee, then the middle, makes one guy miss, makes 2 guys miss, and then we're racing. And these receivers around here too good to give them any room, and they'll be gone. How about Cherville's goes up 34-20 against Avery County, finishing up the victory there against the Vikings. Little play action. The guy comes to the corner, runs back to the left side. Scramble drill. Quarterback in the corner tosses it up. Good for the score. Ironman with the big win tonight. Here's I think this is the no good. This is the burn stop. So this is the 2-point conversion. They try to run a little out route into the corner for the incomplete pass, and Burns will win 8-6. This is the huge stop for West Lincoln. Goal line stop here. This ends up pretty much winning the game here. North Lincoln going for it. 4th and 2 from the goal line, and they're stopped. So the West Lincoln Rebels tonight stand up big time for that. How about Jack Curtis with a big time stack for Burns while we got some highlights going? Quarterback drops back to pass, rolls left, and he's going to be chased for about a 15-yard loss there. So congratulations to everybody. Hey, if you've got, I do have somebody that tagged us, and I wanted to mention, I want to make sure that I get them out there. This is the punter for North Lincoln. I want to thank Lauren Knight, and she tweeted out a punter for North Lincoln with an excellent punt. So let's check this out. It supposedly landed on the 1-yard line is where the punt ended up. So he punted from about the 35-yard line. Big knuckling punt, waved, set straight down, and North Lincoln downs it on the 1-yard line. So she was right, a fantastic punt. Now, they're hiking it from about the 47, so he kicks it about the 35. So he kicks it 65 yards roughly from the spot of his kick. So congratulations on them. If you want your highlights on the show, just tag us at KTC Broadcasting, at What's Up Shopper, at KTC Scores. Tag us. We will use your highlights from the stadiums on our Red Zone channel. All right, let me give you the scores that I got. Let's see if there's anything extra that Andre has up on the board that I might not have. I think we're good. I'm just going to go across the board, tell you what I got. Final score, East Lincoln. It's a 27-7. So let me finish that off for you folks listening online or watch it online. I'm going to get that score up for you. And then we're going to finish up the show here tonight, folks, for the first week here on KTC Broadcast. So let me get in here, back in the other studio, and give me 2 seconds. There's just some scores you guys can look over online, and I'll get in there and read them for my radio listeners. I know you guys are in there. So give me 2 seconds. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got final scores time here on KTC Broadcast. Travel Ironman win tonight, 34-22 on WCSL. On WLON tonight, Lincoln County Game of the Week. The North Lincoln Knights fall 14-7 at the West Lincoln Rebels. On WHS tonight, Cleveland County Game of the Week. Bulldogs win 8-6 over the Forest View Jaguars. How about the Chase Trojans tonight, 54-21 victors over West Henderson. Shelby wins tonight, 37-14 over Kings Mountain. South Point wins tonight, 46-7 over Lincolnton. East Lincoln wins tonight, 27-7 over High Brighton. RS Central falls at McDowell, 20-14. Hunter Huss falls at Hickory Ridge, 68-13. Bunker Hill wins tonight at home, 29-18 over Stuart Kramer. East Gaston Warriors, 52-0 52-0 over North Gaston Wildcats. How about 56-0 Maiden over Ford? 108-0 combined in those two games. Bandy's 44-7 over St. Stephen's. Polk County 28-7 over Newton Conover. Alexander Central 21-7 over Hickory. South Caldwell 18-7 over West Caldwell. Statesville 41-30 over Carson. East Burke 14-6 over Patton. Hendersonville 79, North Henderson 35. Other area scores that I may have: Lake Norman was winning 30-0 over West Iredale. Anson County was up over Mountain Island Charter, and South Lake Christian was up over Lake Norman Charter. That's it, folks. I want to thanks for tuning in tonight's broadcast. This has been a production of KTC Broadcast. I want to thank everyone across the board tonight. I know I'm going to forget names, but I'm going to try. Calvin Hastings, Shannon Allen, Dennis, we'll see you next week. Andre Bush tonight, Fats Cafe providing the food. I want to thank everybody at all of our other broadcasts. How about Brent Pasco, Logan Baker, and Jason Sane on WLON, on Waggy, Jonathan Bland and Paul Foster. Over at Shelby tonight, how about Steve Degree and John Prather? At Cherville, up at Avery County, Danny Aker, Matt Chapman, Philip Russ brought you that. And then Burns at Forest View tonight, Matt Royster, Tom Cinefani, and Rob Roop. Same team will be next week over at Burns. So next week's games real quick. Before we get out of here, let me finish. That's how we're going to finish the show. Crest at Burns on WOHS 101.5 FM, 1390 AM. North Lincoln at Lincoln. And on WLON, West Lincoln fans, you're at Cherville. You will be on the Cherville radio next week. And finally on Waggy, West Caldwell at RS Central. I want to thank everybody for listening tonight. KTCBroadcasting.com. We'll see you next week on all of our shows. Pre-game, post-game, Red Zone, in the morning. Tune in live on Facebook. Saturday morning sports talk. Tom Cinefani, Terry Reinhart, and myself. We'll be back on KTCBroadcasting.com.
If you're ready to make the great escape, do it with the #1 brand on the water. Yamaha Wave Runners are the most premium personal watercraft on the market, with industry-first features and exciting new products like the all-new 2021 VX Series with audio packages, the much-anticipated Superjet, and the new race-ready GP Series. This is Wave Runner country. See one today at Full Throttle Powersports, located at 100 Indian Walk off I-85.